How's it going, gamers? It's RebelX here in the War Room, along with my good friend Ronan McCulley, and it's baseball season. And what better way to kick off baseball season than doing a review on one of the only baseball games coming out this year, or actually the only baseball game coming out this year for both the Xbox One and the PC. It is RBI Baseball 2015 from a studio called HB Studios, I believe, partnered by the MLB Network. Now, the two big things about this game is that, as I stated, it is the only baseball game that Xbox One owners are going to be able to play this year. And it's a $20 baseball game. And let me tell you something, sports fans, it shows. It really shows. So let's kick things off with presentation, graphics, and sound-wise. Ronan, what did you think of the graphics and the sound in this game?
It's a cartoon. It is horrible. Every single baseball player in this game looks exactly alike. There is no detail to any of them. A lot of ball players are tall, short, kind of overweight, kind of both.
Different batting stands.
Different batting stands. Everybody has a different batting stance. But in this game, everybody looks exactly the same. Everybody looks like they're ripped on steroids. They all look like Mike Trout from the Angels. They're huge. The battings are all the same. They're all just doing the same little twirl with the bat and everything. Everyone looks exactly the same.
Well, what's really weird is that some of the well-known players, like say A-Rod for the Yankees or Buster Posey for the Giants, they got their batting stands in there, and their likeness is kind of there. But if you're just an okay or a little bit well-known player or a rookie, screw you. You got the same character model and the same batting stands. It doesn't matter. It is ridiculous. Easily. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. And also, too, that going off what you're saying, some of the character models are ridiculous. You have Billy Butler with the Oakland A's, or you have Pablo Sandoval with the Boston Red Sox. Both these guys are DH hitters, but they're fat, they're overweight. In this, they got them bulked up. They look like they're ready to go into a wrestling match with, like, bring in the chair, that kind of thing. It's ridiculous.
It looks like the 1990s when everybody was juicing on steroids.
It does.
Which is funny because it actually looks like it was made in the 90s.
I bet they wish they looked like this.
Yeah.
But some of these guys wish they looked like this.
Yeah, this game is, I mean, listen, if you like the 1990s Super Nintendo games, or the old N64 games, okay, then this game's for you.
Yeah.
But, oh my, there's just no detail to any of these ball players. It looks like they're not even trying.
Now, the stadiums, on the other hand, when you can see them, they don't look too bad.
Yeah.
But what looks absolutely like eye-wrenching bad is the stands, the fans themselves. When you'll see hitting a ball out to the into foul territory and the catcher's going back for it, and you actually get to see the fans, you see these cardboard cutout fans like this. Ridiculous. You don't see any faces. There's no detail. They all look like they're kids from elementary school because they're so small. When you see a player run up to get a ball, it is so bad. And the sound, you will hear the same exact "let's go, let's go." They won't even say the team's name. That's how lazy the sound is in this game. And when a player gets beamed with a ball, I kid you not, you will hear "ow, ow." It's like, what? Oh man!
You know what? There's the deal. You know, the old All-Star Baseball games for the old Xbox. Now again, those crowds were horrible. They were literally just like little cutouts of people, just like, you know, bad stop motion, all that. But at least the crowd would change. If there was a bad call by the umpire, you could hear the crowd actually screaming at the umpire and calling him names. Or they would actually hear him booing ball players. Or if a guy got hit, you would hear the crowd go, "Oh," you know, like, you know, do the, you know, that sound. Yeah, exactly.
In this, you're like, you hear, "Oh."
Yeah,
and that's it.
There's just what? There's no personality to the crowd. It's like, it's even worse. My God.
And now going into story mode now, which is also another problem with this game. Since it is a sports game, let's go straight into the season mode. Now, you do have the opportunity to play a full season, all the 160 games. Also, you can play half a season. You can do the postseason. You can also do exhibition mode. But that's a standard. You don't have anything else in this game. You have no creative player mode. You have no creative team, franchise, whatever.
Yeah.
You have none of that here at all.
Yeah, like, and also, again, going back to the old All-Star Baseball game, the old All-Star Baseball game, yeah, you could create your own player, put them on you can be yourself in your favorite team. You have the expansion mode where you can, you know, create a whole new team from scratch. They also give you a lot of options for, like, brand new stadiums or classic stadiums that no longer exist. Or also what old All-Star Baseball used to do, these could give you scenario mode. They actually would take a situation from the actual previous season, and you would try to alter history.
None of that's here.
None of that's here. It's just simple. You play a season, you play a game, you play postseason.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The one I guess positive thing about this game is that because the studio that made this game is partnered with the MLB Network, you do have up-to-date stats on players. You also have, it looks great. It really does. You do get to see how your players did in the last season, what they're doing now. It's constant updating, which is great. But aside from that, you have a very bare bones, cookie cutout modes that it's unacceptable. Now going into gameplay, which is easily the laughingstock of this whole game, it's ridiculous. To kick things off, the artificial intelligence, the AI on your opposing team is hysterical. It's almost as if the developers focus their entire time on the pitcher. Now, when you're up against a pitcher, a good pitcher on any team, they do a decent job in trying to strike you out or throw the ball at you in a way where they know you're going to pop it up or ground it out, whatever. But the moment you start to hit the ball and get past the pitcher, all hell breaks loose on the field. You will see numerous times the artificial intelligence will pick up a ball and throw it to the wrong baseman to get the wrong guy out instead of going for the double play. Or my personal favorite, you will see the guy pick up the ball and they'll just stand there. They'll stand there, bases are loaded, they could go for a double play easy and they'll just stand there and freeze. The other major issue though is that when you're fielding the field and a guy pops the ball out to the outfield, the way the camera is situated to where it has kind of like this bird's eye view on the home plate, which is, I guess, classic for RBI, the old game, which makes sense. But then when you pop the ball up, it stays on home plate a few seconds after the ball has been hit, and then the camera does this weird fly up and zoom out feature where it's following the ball. But the way the camera is, you have no idea what character you have control of out in the outfield. You have no idea where the ball is going. By the time you do, the ball is halfway towards its destination, and you may even miss the ball and let it, hit the ground, get a single or a double. It's ridiculous.
My biggest complaint is the batting. Now, in a lot of classic baseball games, you had your batting cursor. The batting cursor could allow you, if you want to change the angle of your bat because you want to hit the opposite field or pull the ball, hit it up in the air, hit it on the ground, it gave you some control. And plus, depending on how good the ball player was that was up to bat, the batting cursor's size would change. If you're a better ball player, your batting cursor will be bigger. If you're not that good of a ball player, it'll be smaller. So it gives you that very realistic feel. In this one, there's no batting cursor. You're just up there. You can change the position of the batter in the batter's box, which is pointless. There's no reason for that.
It looks like they're ice skating.
Yeah, it looks like that. They just kind of slide across.
Because you're trying to get the angle of where the ball's going to go, which I guess would make sense.
Yeah, but the batting position, where you're in the batter's box is pointless, and you have no control over where you're going to hit it. You basically just hit the swing button, and that's it. It's not realistic. It's not fun. There's no control over it. There's no challenge. I mean, it's lazy. This game is lazy because you know why it's lazy? Because they know this will be the only game for the Xbox.
If you have an Xbox and you're a big baseball fan, this is the only option you have. So, I don't know. Maybe they said to themselves, whatever, quick cash grab. The studio that made this game is unknown. I've never heard of them before. They're an independent studio.
And they're going to stay unknown.
And they're going to stay unknown, and not in the best of ways either. And the thing I think I will say this studio that made this game, they have an opportunity here. They can easily take what they have, their partnership with the MLB Network, and approach a big-name studio like, say, Microsoft Studios or Activision or whoever, past studios that have made baseball games before, and say, hey, we're partnered with the MLB Network, we can get all the stats, everything you need to know. Will you be willing to make a baseball game with us that could challenge MLB The Show? Because I'm pretty sure someone out there would want to do it.
Yeah.
This is not how you do it. I understand this is RBI Baseball, this is the classic way of playing it, but there's a reason why it was called the classic way of playing it, because it's back in the day. It was acceptable back in the day. Back in the day when you had All-Star Baseball, World Series Baseball, Triple Play, had all these great games. Today, this is unacceptable. This is ridiculous.
It's a cheap arcade game. That's what it feels like. It's a cheap arcade game from the 90s.
Which is $20, we understand. It's $20, but even you could spend that money on a steak dinner and be more satisfied than you would be with this garbage.
I'd rather pay $60 for a good game than $20 for a lazy, cheap game.
Yeah, easily.
I'd rather invest.
Easily. And so, at the end of the day, if you're a big diehard baseball fan, do yourself a favor, continue watching it or go to the games yourself, or if you have a friend who has a PlayStation, or if you yourself have a PlayStation, you're not even looking at this game. It's all about MLB The Show this year, obviously, because this game ain't going to challenge it whatsoever. If I had to give this game a letter grade, A being fantastic, D being garbage, I'm giving it a D. It is a garbage. It is an insult to the sport itself, to baseball games, video games alike. If you are a fan, stay the hell away from this game. If you cherish the old-fashioned way of RBI Baseball, do yourself a favor, play the old-fashioned games. Stay away from this. This is a waste of your time, a waste of your $20. Easily one of the worst sports games I have ever played in my life.
I also give it a D. In fact, I would give it an S for Strikeout. It's horrible. It's so bad.
It is so bad. Oh, man. Terrible, terrible baseball game. On the positive side, this game does have a great stat feature that's connected towards the MLB Network, so you will have constant stat updates of your favorite teams. And finally, you do get to play online with your friends, although your friends may hate you for tricking them into buying this garbage.
On the negative side, everything else. Gameplay is horrible. The camera angles don't work. They don't adjust correctly. You have no control over how you hit the ball, where you hit the ball, and you have no control over the fielders. And worst of all, everything just looks like a 1990s Super Nintendo game. All the ball players look the same, and the crowds are completely unrealistic.
All right, gamers, that's all the time we have for today here in the War Room. Hope you enjoyed our review of RBI Baseball 2015. And like I said, stay away from that game if you love the sport. Feel free to check out more of our reviews on past games as well on the War Room, along with more of our gameplay tips and tricks vids on games both past and coming up very, very soon. Until then, my name's Rebel X.
I'm Ronan McCauley.
And we'll see you guys next time here in the War Room.